Yes, we made it. We're both here, actually. It's kind of surprising. But it's episode 54, the Best of Rivals podcast. I'm Jordan J. Will. I got my boy D-Bev in the building.
Luckily. They paid me big for this one, bro. They paid me big for this one.
That boy getting that bag right now. We just had the Manchester Derby, part 2. I told you what was going to happen.
I told you it was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to happen like that.
Ten Hag Masterclass. I called it. It was a Ten Hag Masterclass. And you guys can say, oh, City dominated the most of the game. They had the possession. That's not Ten Hag's ball. We know that. He's about, not giving you the chances in the last third to score goals. And that was your problem. We had more shots on goal than you.
Yeah,
100%. When it came to execution, we won that battle.
And
that's what I was surprised with, impressed with, thrilled with. Bro, just looking at the way we were pressing, I could tell it was getting to you guys. Just look discombobulated, Didn't know what you were doing. Ederson's out there tweaking.
Ederson was tweaking. Listen, well, I can agree that Ten Hag had the right plan.
Yeah.
And we saw that plan before the game even started. We saw the introduction of Fred, right? Four midfielders. That was it was understandable that you guys were just going to work for that win. It wasn't going to be. You guys were never going to play better than us for 90 minutes. You guys were going to play better than us for 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. That was the goal, and I think Ten Hag again worked it perfectly. I agree. But there's a weird thing going on with this whole 75 minutes in, I'm hearing a lot of Man United fans talking about we play terrible. This is so disappointing. Grealish scores and it's over. And then at the end of the game, it's we deserve to win. Which one is it?
I think it's a little bit of both. I will say, when Grealish scored, the thought of, hey, this is, a recurring cycle is happening again. That's what we're in right now.
Yeah.
I definitely had that thought. But then we responded. And with the goal that we responded with, it's the, topic of discussion right now. Was it a goal? Was it not a goal? Was he offsides? Was he not offsides? Was he involved with the play? Was he not? We all want to know, right?
We all know.
Listen to me, though. Listen to me. And I text you this because, I get where you're coming from. I get, no bias. And I know that's hard in a derby. It's blue and red. The whole point of this podcast, we're beefing.
Yeah.
But I told you, the last 5 to 6 years, City has gotten that call and why they've won the title pretty much, right?
We have gotten a lot of good calls over the last few years for sure.
Liverpool as well. They've gotten a call, last minute goal, save their fucking day. We've always said that. United is one of the biggest clubs in England. We've been down bad. We have not gotten the calls recently. We have not. Be real. We have not gotten the calls at all.
Okay.
Sometimes a little bit of luck does come into play. And when you're playing at Old Trafford, I don't think it's far-fetched to think that you're not going to get that call. Okay. Why would they stop that goal? Why would they stop the idea of it being 1-1?
Because, listen, I agree. The rules are the rules, and so they're not. And I think that's the biggest issue I have. It's you have VAR, and you don't use it. They
did use VAR, and that's the thing. I think what you're saying is they didn't go extensively into detail as to why it was a goal.
Bro, they're looking at a handball for 6 minutes.
Right.
And this is the most complex sort of situation I've seen with an offside. And they're taking 2 seconds?
I think what it had to do a lot was with the fact that Rashford didn't touch the ball. Yes, he was offsides, but he didn't touch the ball. So it was a gray area.
It's not, though, because he's clearly interfering.
How is he clearly interfering if he didn't touch the ball?
The rules, Jay.
Explain them.
Okay, no problem.
Let the listener and the viewer know.
So if you think about interfering
versus
not interfering, you have to think about Rashford being there versus not being there.
Okay.
If Rashford is not there, you have to question, can Akanji get to the ball faster? Absolutely, because Akanji can't just run through him. Another thing, Akanji's playing the offside. He sees Ake. He moves in his line to make sure that Rashford's offside. Again, interfering with the play.
Yeah.
Because the whole goal of Akanji moving away from his goal is to get Rashford offside, which he did. Now, it doesn't really matter too much if there's someone behind him and Bruno's running in behind, but Rashford's still running. So Akanji thinks, oh, Rashford now has possession of the ball. it's clearly offside. I've done my job, which he did. You know what's so funny? If Akanji fouled Rashford as they were running back, it would have been offside. But because Akanji did his job, playing the offside trap, thinking that it was over, he gets punished by the rules, by the referees. So, the rules in quotations, because obviously the rules are it was offside. So, it's one of those, Jay, where, any team who experienced what I experienced right there, they'd have been pissed.
100%.
And I think every fan, I've seen so many Man U fans like, listen, we got lucky. That was clearly offside. And that's what it is, Jay. So, sure, it's 1-1. We won early in the season. You guys won on the weekend. Cool. I think...
I think it's a little bit more deeper than that. Because when I told you last episode, one reason why I thought it was going to be a Ten Hag masterclass was because I'm not too impressed with your defense. I said
our defending's been fantastic. Akanji, Ake, Stones, without Diaz.
But we're doing fantastic. You mentioned Akanji. And the one goal, the offside goal was right. You just explained everything.
He did the right thing.
Right. But he was a deciding factor in that goal. And then the second goal, when Rashford scored, what the hell was he doing?
I agree, but
his tracking was terrible.
I agree, but the second goal is irrelevant. Football in sports is about momentum, bro. It's over after that. At Old Trafford, you just get screwed. The momentum was already shifting over the last 5 minutes. Dude, it's over. It's over. And that's why I knew, I'm like, oh, it's over. Like, they're going to win now. It was just so obvious. And you have to credit Rashford. You have to credit Garnacho. You have to credit Ten Hag for the subs. You have to credit all that.
You got to credit Fred. I want to give a shout out to Fred. Early on in the game, he was containing KDB.
Not difficult now, but yeah. And you know what's funny? Real quick about KDB. And this is, I think, the biggest issue. I think you guys are giving your defending a lot of credit, which I think you should.
Right.
But you have to understand how we played over the last 4 to 5 games. We've struggled to create good chances. And a lot of that's been due to Kevin De Bruyne playing terrible. He has one moment of brilliance, and we score a goal.
And that's the crazy part with him. He's playing probably at his worst form.
The worst I've ever seen him.
In his career. Yet he is the reason why Grealish had that, phenomenal header.
Yep.
The assist in was just crazy.
It's incredible. Yeah.
So it's like KDB is just like, that's how great he is. We're talking about, we expect basically perfection from him.
Yep.
In order for them to, win and succeed in the Premier League or Champions League. And he's assisting. He's the reason why they got on the scoring sheet to begin with.
Yep.
But it's still not good enough.
Still not good enough. So, and the reason I'm wearing the shirt today is because I don't feel bad. Like, I think we played well. I think there's a lot of bad performances. Bernardo Silva, Cancelo. Sure, people are saying Haaland wasn't there, but he was never really in the game. Sure.
We got to talk about that. We got to talk about my boy Haaland coming in early in the season, banging in goals. We thinking maybe 40 goals.
He'll still get 40.
Bro, right now I'm not too sure. I'm seeing from him, which I think a lot of people have said to begin with, and I've kind of denounced it and just didn't really look too much into it.
Don't do this.
No, he's not a one-trick pony, but he's a one-trick pony. He's a one-trick pony, bro. He's not one like Mbappe where on the ball he's gonna beat the defender.
Agreed.
He's not quick enough.
Agreed.
His ball skills aren't good enough.
Agreed.
And we're saying, yes, he's a great movement player. He can put himself in a good position. But when KDB isn't on his P's and Q's, when he's not orchestrating the offense, Haaland's non-existent, bro. He's not making any noise. His holding play is okay. It's not that good, though. I've seen him.
I agree. I agree with everything you're saying. Here's what I don't want to get into.
Yeah.
Haaland plays well for 15 to 20 games. He has 3 bad games,
right?
Or 3 quiet games, we'll say. And now everyone's saying he's not that good. Let's just hold off. Much like Casemiro, who I think he played okay.
Yeah. He had a phenomenal pass to start.
Great pass, even though it shouldn't have counted. But everyone's saying Casemiro's the best in the world. Did you see Thomas Partey today? Did you see Rodri yesterday?
Rodri had a great game.
Rodri is the best player on the pitch by a mile. So it's like, let's relax with these players, bro. Having said that, I'm saying Anthony's trash after 6 games, so I understand. I'll eat my medicine a little bit.
And trust me, we hear you guys.
By the way, when Anthony came on, did you notice him? You probably did. You probably forgot he came on. Non-existent.
I can't really speak on Anthony because
he's just there.
I'm in a really bad predicament. If I say something negative, it's like, well, you support United. What's going on? But I'm trying to be a realist, and I agree with your sentiments, bro. The guy's a one-trick pony. He's gonna affect the game with what he's great at, but then when he's not doing that, what is he doing? It's antics. I'm dribbling around in circles. I'm trying to run past. Like I saw. He had one play in the game where he got the ball on the wing, and I knew exactly what he was going to do, bro. Yep. They came in, tried to crowd him, and he tried to
flick it over. I remember the exact same play. I'm like, he's just doing that so he doesn't lose the ball.
And I was like, bro, this is my problem. Like, we're not saying, that Anthony can't develop his weaker foot. But for what we're seeing from him, he doesn't want to do that.
He does, yeah.
He's against it, bro, and he's going to go to what he's normally used to doing. And I'm telling you, they're going to read into it. They're going to figure him out. It won't do anything for us. So with him, like you said, to me, too much money we spent still, in my opinion. Way too much money.
Yeah.
But that is the market right now. We're seeing like a lot of players are just getting contracts. Chelsea just did it again.
We'll talk about that
one. So I'm not taking too much away with that, but
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I will give one of your players credit. I looked at the lineup and I'm like, okay, no Martinez. I think he's still not 100% ready to go. Not. I see, again, you drop Anthony, bring in Fred for 4 in the midfield. Makes sense. But there's one player who I'm thinking Dallow's going to start because he got injured in, I think, the FA Cup or the previous game. But it looked like he was going to, be okay. Wan-Bissaka, bro.
The spider. They've forgotten about him.
Very, very good game.
Thank you, Daniel. No. Because
bro, fantastic. And I'm not even talking about defending. He was okay defending.
Yeah.
Foden didn't really give him problems. But, bro, on the ball, going forward, super comfortable, super composed. Literally is the reason you guys advanced the ball for that first goal.
Bro, you know what's funny with him? His game to me has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
A lot of potential.
Yeah.
And I think people don't really give him the credit. Because when he came to United, he was hot.
Yeah.
He was hot. He's really hot. And then he got in a very tough stretch. I think people started realizing his game. And I think he also got overconfident. It was moments where he should have took the more passive side and said, hey, I'm doing too much. This isn't my game.
You know what's funny? Because he's not a modern-day right back.
He's not.
He's not a modern-day fullback. He's a super, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, you want Wan-Bissaka in your team.
Bro, he's like the opposite, like Alphonso Davies to me. The way his game translates, bro.
Complete opposite.
It's like complete opposite Alphonso Davies. Like you said, watching the game, bro, he's very confident in moving the ball forward.
Yeah.
I saw him other moments, Dallo made passes to Harry, quick little passes to the side, Bissaka, on the other hand, composes the ball, holds possession.
Yeah.
Very underrated. Very underrated. He can move past a defender. Did a few moves with the ball.
He was good, fake outs. Bro, he was, again, listen, the reason he's playing and the reason you guys want him to play well is so you can sell him for decent money.
Yeah.
That's the reason. He's going to go. Right?
Yeah.
But, again, I just have to shout him out because, again, I just think the refereeing ruined the game. I think it was a good game. I'm proud of my players. I think some of your players do really well. Rashford obviously comes in, gets the goal. After looked like he was injured, doing the celebration. Garnacho, like I said, he comes in, looks 20 times better than Anthony ever will. Just my opinion.
Harry came at the end.
Who?
Harry Maguire. He made a present.
I wasn't watching at that point. Game was off. Sorry. Game was off at that point. 81st minute, game was off. That was done. That second goal came, dude. Honestly, I don't even think I saw Rashford hit it in the net. I think before the ball went over.
I knew. Yeah.
Game off. Game done.
Conte, Arteta, Pep, Klopp. Get my shirt real quick. My baby. Ten Hag's doing it, bro.
Yep.
This is the most impressive first season I've seen from a United manager in my time watching them, at least. I wasn't there with Sir Alex Ferguson, so I don't really know how that all played out.
I don't think it was nowhere near this.
Right.
Nowhere near.
And numbers speak for themselves. In the first 20 games, Ten Hag has the best stretch. Those managers I listed, finish up real quick and let you take it off.
Yeah, of course.
Those managers I listed, bro, they are the cream of the crop. You inspired to beat them one day. To beat 4 of them in one season?
Wasn't it 5 of them?
5?
Okay, let's think about it, right? So Conte, you guys destroyed, right?
Yep.
Oh, because, Tuchel. Wait, do you guys play Chelsea?
We played them. We drew, though. It was 1-1, I'm pretty sure.
Got you. Yeah. Okay. So, it's 4. Pep, Klopp, and then obviously Arteta, young, upcoming. But at the same time, best team in the league. And you guys beat them, so...
Like, what can people say to me? Like, when I boast on this show and, I talk a lot of bravado and talk crazy, and you're like, man, you're being biased. What are you going to say to me now? We beat the best team, the second best team,
the third best
team, the previous champion like 2 years ago. What are you talking to me about right now? And to finish it off, we won Barcelona. You didn't give us our boy. We about to kill you now. We about to put you to sleep. We're going to do it to you. Barcelona, I'm talking to you. We want you so badly. Like, I can't wait. Those Champions League when Messi killed us, I'm coming back now. I'm coming back and we about to kill you. Put you out of your misery. You're done. You're dead.
Fair enough.
Had to get off my chest. I don't like La Liga. I don't like Barcelona. Never will.
Fair enough. Let's think about, I'd love? I would love to go back and find every single comment, analyst, pundit, everyone who said 3 games in that Ten Hag wasn't the guy.
Remember, I told you, I said, look at Arteta and what Arsenal did last year. I said, people...
It's the same thing.
Counted them out right away. I did. I will speak on that. I counted them out. But I'm learning from my experiences. I'm growing as a man.
All you have to do...
You don't do
that. I mean, fair enough. But bro, I just don't understand. You just seen Arteta produce magic these first 18 games.
Yep.
You've just seen... how do you not think Ten Hag's going to be like... Bro, you guys were statistically the worst Manchester United side in Premier League history literally, 4 months ago? 5 months ago? And now you're... And I'll say it... creeping on a title contender. Creeping. You're not there yet, but you're creeping. And it's all down to one guy. Ten Hag.
100%, bro. And what's crazy to me is this isn't even the team that he wants.
Let's run down, right? Malacia and Eriksen. Listen, I think Malacia is a good backup left back.
Yeah.
Eriksen's a passenger, let's just be honest at this point. Yeah. But he got him for free, so it's better than nothing. Better than McTominay for sure. Lisandro Martinez, class. Even though he didn't play yesterday, class. And obviously the big replacement for Harry Maguire. Anthony, we just kind of talked about. Probably a waste of money, but whatever. And I think you have one more. Casemiro, who's been a revelation. So with, 2.5 good signings? With 2.5 good signings, he's produced that. Imagine... a good January. Imagine a full another summer transfer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we've never, going to the transfer market, gotten the guy. It's always been, well, this is the second best, or this
is the best we could have got.
Yes, it's worked. Like you said, Casemiro was kind of a panic buy. We didn't want him. It came out of nowhere.
Yep.
But it's working. Martinez. Yeah, we thought we had Harry Maguire, but it's working.
And a lot of people were saying you overpaid for Martinez, which. Yep. In the moment, I think I would agree because it was a bidding war with Arsenal. And by the way, remember, very start of the season, Arsenal fans laughing at Martinez. And the reality is, sure, Arsenal have a really good defense, but you could have done with the Martinez yourself. So, yeah, it's just overall, you guys are just overperforming, in my opinion. So,
we're at a really hot point right now.
But at the same time, much like you, much like Arsenal, 2 maybe 3 injuries, and I think your season is derailed, bro. I really do. Unless you do something big in January, I believe that you guys are a Rashford sprained ankle away from dropping out of the top 4, in my opinion.
Well, that's how. I mean, here's the thing. That's true because the season's so long, and we see that one injury can like derail everything for you.
20 games left,
right?
Yeah.
But the top 4 to me is the top 4 right now. I think that's solidified.
I don't believe that at all.
And I only say that because I thought Tottenham would come out against Arsenal and show me that they wanted some sense of top 4. They don't.
That's who they are.
They're dead. They're done, bro. So that's the only team Fulham's not getting us. They're playing great season, but they're not getting us.
Fulham, Brighton, I think they're on the outside.
You feel me? Chelsea's done. Liverpool.
No. Hold on.
Leave.
No. Liverpool's done. What was I saying 4 weeks into the season?
Yeah.
Liverpool is done. Why? Not because of the talent of the players, not because of the manager, not because you guys have injuries. When I saw the lack of accountability from your best player, Virgil van Dijk, when I see Alexander-Arnold getting beat and just standing there, not running to chase back, not trying to defend, there is zero accountability in that football club. And it doesn't matter if you get a Nunes. It doesn't matter if you get a Gakpo. It's not going to change. You have to blow that team up. You have to blow them up. That team's done. Now, I can look at Chelsea and be like, oh, well, they've got 11 players to come back from injury. I can look at that situation and be like, okay, they've just signed 5 players. I can look at that situation and see a way out. I can see them getting a top 6, potentially top 4 if they go on a crazy run.
Yeah.
Liverpool's done. Liverpool is done.
Speaking of Liverpool, they are clearly struggling right now. Gakpo went over there expecting something. He's not getting that.
You got to give him time, obviously, but still.
You got to give him time. It's still new, still fresh. I get that, but we know that football it's very much so people get caught in the moment. So those first 2 games are very important.
What have you done for me lately?
Exactly. That's
from day one.
From day one.
However, let's talk about Gakpo really quick. He must be regretting his decision. Now, at the same time, it's on Man U for not closing the deal, but he could have said no to Liverpool. He could have said no. I want Man U. I want Man U.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know we tweaked. I know we did. We probably should have jumped the gun. We probably should have done it. But I think we're trying to set a standard. Like, hey, this isn't the Man U of old. We have standards now for real. We just aren't gonna grab Harry Maguire for 85, 88.
Yeah.
Euros. We're not doing that. So, and look what we're doing right now. We're winning despite that. So it's like we don't need you. We don't need you. We wanted you. You would have been good for the club. We could have elevated you. We could have made you better. This is Man United. No person is bigger than the club. We just saw that with Ronaldo.
Yeah. And this is all Ten Hag, bro. This is why he gets so much credit, because he dealt with the Ronaldo situation. He dealt with the Harry Maguire situation. He's turned Bruno into somewhat of a leader. He's dealt with the inconsistencies of Rashford.
Yep.
He's dealt with a lot of things, bro. The inconsistencies of Luke Shaw. He's dealt with that. He's dealt with the McTominay sort of issue.
Well, since this seems like the Eric Ten Hag era that we're currently in or about to partake in.
Oh, we're in that. We're in.
Right?
Yeah, we're in. I admire him.
Is the Klopp era over? Should he? This is my question to you, because we always talk about how Liverpool's struggling right now, right? We know that. That's a fact. Should he leave? Should he go to the international level and do Germany?
We talked about it, a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Not yet. He's too good of a manager, bro. I don't really think it's his responsibility, but bro, when the players have checked out, the players have checked out.
Right. But just like you said, think about it. He's such a good manager. You're telling me that if he goes to Germany and he gets them back to the level of the dominant football country that we know they all are, and they start winning titles again, that doesn't add to his legacy even more?
Oh, listen, we talked about it. I think it's a fantastic fit. I think it's a perfect fit. I think it's actually really good timing as well. I just don't think he's going to give up club football just yet.
Okay. So what about England? Like, you think he's going to stay in England or maybe possibly go somewhere else?
The weird thing about England is, like, if you play for Man U, if you're coaching Man U,
yeah,
unless you're Mourinho and you've just kind of said screw it, But if you're coaching Chelsea, can you coach Arsenal? If you're coaching Arsenal, can you coach Tottenham?
Yeah.
If you're not coaching, if you decide to coach one Big Six club, it's very difficult to be respected if you go to another one.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, it's gonna be very difficult.
Yeah.
Where does he go? In the Premier League, Arsenal don't need anybody. I think we're sticking with Pep regardless, and even so, with Klopp manage Man City.
Hear me out with this one. This is me thinking right here. Klopp has dominated in Germany, right? Somewhat.
Sure. I wouldn't say dominated because they never won anything.
Right, but he was a competitor. He competed.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do in that league.
It was Bayern and BVB.
Yeah.
He comes over to England, the most competitive league in the world, in my opinion. I know I've been debated with that.
It's not an opinion anymore, bro.
It shouldn't be. But
what did I tell you about Brentford? Bro? I said they would be top 6, top 8 in La Liga. You don't think so?
Bro, I agree with you, and we got slack for it. But look at them; they're doing their thing right now.
Crazy.
But my what I was getting to, so he's dominated in Germany, right? Or someone competed. Come over to England. He's won the title. He's been a dominant force.
Won Champions League.
Right, Champions League, them and Liverpool. City and Liverpool.
Just won both domestic tournaments last year.
Right, so that's Germany. It's England. Why don't you go over to Spain and get a club like Atletico back into the realm of respectable clubs?
That would be nice.
Why? Because we see that Diego Simeone doesn't seem like he's the man over there anymore.
Yeah.
We're going away from what he thinks is good football. I think Klopp would be amazing piece over there. Does he do good in Spain though? That's the thing.
Bro,
that type of style.
You should be Klopp's agent, bro. Those are two good moves, right? Germany job, Atletico. I think those are perfect.
I just think that I don't know, like that. I the type of style that Klopp is, I don't think he's want to go to Madrid or Barcelona. I don't think he wants that. But he does want to go to a club that's also a giant.
Yeah.
That's slept on. It's kind of quiet.
Yeah, I mean, I think it works. Klopp, does he want to leave Liverpool?
Right. Does he want to do that though? Probably not. I think he's pretty well fed over there.
True.
He's a legend.
I think if Liverpool sort of I think if they try and stick this out, I think they're going to be 7th, 8th for the next 3-4 years. I really do. I think they need to blow this up, and even if that means the manager too, they need to blow this thing up.
Blow it up. Give away Salah. I said it again. I'm going to say it again forever.
Trent. Honestly, as much as I like him, if you can get 60 mil for Van Dijk, I just think you blow it up, bro. Because they have players, right? They have Konate to replace Van Dijk. They have Nunez, which he still has good qualities about him. They just got Gakpo. They have enough, bro.
They do. Like, so, don't reminisce and be so loyal to the past history.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you got to move on. And it might hurt, but it's going to help you in the future, in the long run, instead of holding your assets and losing value.
Yeah. And you know what's so weird? I really thought the Mane transfer wasn't going to be a big deal because they brought in other players. They had depth.
Yeah.
Mane was the biggest loss for him, bro.
Yeah.
Biggest loss for him. Because Mane is reliable, Yeah. Salah, he's not reliable, bro. You know what I mean? Like, he'll have good stretches, but he's not reliable. So, overall, Liverpool, I think you guys are just done as a football club for the next 3-4 years unless you blow it up immediately after the season.
Yeah. And speaking of clubs that have been, possibly moving players or buying players, Chelsea's always in the news for that. They have money to spend.
I'm tired of it, bro. Every time I'm scrolling, player name, Chelsea interested.
You know what it is? They aren't winning enough right now. So they said, what's the next best way to shock the world? Spend 100 million euros. Like, that's their thought process, bro. They are TMZ of the Premier League. They want to be on the front line because it's breaking news, not because it's good football.
Well, this is the Todd Bowley effect, right? I mean, this is all this is. I highly, highly doubt before Bowley took the job, he knew who Mudryk was, right? I'm pretty sure he knew who Mudryk was. I swear, 2 weeks ago, max.
Yeah,
I bet somebody said, "Hey, this guy Mudryk, he's pretty good.
Bro,
we can get it for."
This they went on Twitter They typed that kid's name in the search bar. Someone had a 2-minute video of him doing highlights. Yep. And he Bowley looked at it and said, "Yep, we need him as a winger. We want him. Yep, we're gonna get rid of Christian. Ziyech is gone. Ship them all out. Yep. That's the one we want.
I agree.
100.
I agree.
And I'm like, bro.
And we saw this in the summer when they were talking about $40 million for Anthony Gordon, saying the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing. It's no one would pay those prices, but Chelsea will. Benoit Badiashile, David Dadro Fofana, now Mudryk.
Yeah.
And Cuckoo, they're going to get him. They've already sealed the deal for the summer. And I think they just got someone else. Like, bro, it won't stop. These guys will not stop purchasing. Felix, that's who it was. They won't stop purchasing players, bro. And they're going to learn money will not solve all of your problems. They won't. You have to sell 60% of that team. You have to. It's a dead team. No, it's not interesting. They don't fit. Half of them are injury prone. You have to get them out. You have to. And guess what? They won today. And you know why? Because they played a striker, and then they played Havertz in the 10. I think Potter watches the podcast. I think Pep watches the podcast.
And what happens? Kai has the game-winning goal.
So there we go. I mean, Klopp, if you're out, I'll take the job.
I just don't understand what Chelsea's doing. Even with United and us, when we had our stretch of just putting in placeholders as managers and coaches.
Yeah.
I also feel like we had something we're trying to get to. Like, when the manager was talking in an interview, it's like, yeah, we know this team isn't good enough.
Yeah.
We need to get better players.
Well, that's what Ragnick was saying.
And
right. He was always right.
He was always right. Chelsea, on the other hand, it's like Potter's in the interviews, and he's like, yeah, this is the hardest job in the world. I don't know what to do. And it's like, what's the direction? Well, you have to come up with something. I get it.
Well, you just copied Arsenal, right? So Chelsea just copied Arsenal by getting Mudryk. At least copy their plan with what they did with Arteta, right? Like, you have to keep Potter in charge, because if you don't, it's just going to be another reset. You think Potter's buying these players, bro? We talked about it last episode. He's not buying these players. So their whole situation is what I think is front office, they're going to do their thing. Whoever's a manager, take this team and run with it. And that's not how you do it, bro. It's not how you do it. So
I'm over Chelsea, bro. But I did think it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I guess when Mendy comes back and he's available again and all that good stuff, are you choosing him over Kepa, or vice versa? Because at one point, I got slack for this. I thought Mendy was the most overrated goalkeeper in the world.
You got it right.
And people were saying that, he was holding it down for Chelsea's defense. I'm like, nah, I'm telling you, I'm watching this guy play. He's kind of getting lucky with a lot of these situations.
You got it right, bro. He's made so many mistakes, but the problem is Kepa's made just as many.
They're both like error prone. It's crazy.
I think you have to get rid of both.
And you will find value there, because people will grab them. I'm telling you, I know they will.
I think you can get $20 million for each of them. But, that's pocket change to Bowley. I don't think he really cares about that. Yeah. I think he just cares about spending. So, but yeah, Mendy, Kepa, I don't think it matters.
We're all over in London right now. Tottenham, then Chelsea. Let's go over to Arsenal. They are the it team. And I'm going to just say it. I'm just going to say it right now. I don't care. I'm going to receive slack for this. You don't know football. You're American. Martin Odegaard is the best player in the Premier League, and I will stand on that. Let me go to my facts.
This season,
okay. Right now, okay. Yes. Let me go to my stats for real. So not only are they the number one team, right? We all know that. Yeah. But his counterpart, the people that think is the best player, and he's probably been for the past 4 or 5 years, KDB. He has 3 goals and 10 assists. And I say goals and assists because these are the two things that determine scoring on the sheet. We all know that.
Yeah.
I know there's more to it in the game, but these are the two that I can look at and say that's what I won.
Yeah.
So that's 13 basically chances he's involved in.
Goals he's involved in.
Right.
Yeah.
Odegaard, 9 goals, 5 assists.
Okay, so 14 versus 13.
Now, what do you prefer more? Do you want a playmaker? You might go KDB. Odegaard can do that as well. Goal scoring, we're clearly seeing that he's a better goal scorer.
No. No. Here's the issue. Here's the issue. Here's
the debate.
How many goals did KDB score last season? He was our top goal scorer last season. He was banging in goals.
So you're saying when he needs to be, he can hop into the element.
Well, it's not about that. It's like, okay, he scored 3 goals this season, but last season, if he scores, 14, 15? Like, that doesn't make him a bad goal scorer now versus last season. He's phenomenal with both feet. Odegaard's had a good season so far, no question, but I don't think you're looking at, like, who's a better player, and you're saying Martin Odegaard. There's no chance. Right now, he's had a better season, for sure.
Think he's the best player in the league?
This season? Here's the issue, bro. Haaland is doing what literally no one's ever done. This is my issue when people talk best in the league.
Yeah.
Let's just take Haaland out of it, okay? Because he's a cheat code. Haaland so far has had the best season. I don't care what anyone says. What he's doing is literally unreal.
Okay.
Okay, let's just take him out. He's won already. Who's second? I like Odegaard. I think Odegaard's a good shout.
Okay.
Winning team. He's the captain. He's doing everything on the stat sheet and off the stat sheet.
Yeah.
You can honestly look to Casemiro in terms of impact, even though, again, I don't think he's better than Rodri. Who else do you go for, bro? You could look at Mitrovic at Fulham.
He's scoring goals, yeah.
Bro, in a Fulham team, like, there's a lot of players that are just like Ivan Toney having the season of his career.
Yeah.
You could look at a lot of these players who are in not very good situations and maybe pick them, but Odegaard's in a great situation, and he's playing well, and he's the captain, and he had a great goal today. I think Odegaard's he's probably the second. But I think you can go with everyone.
And it's kind of weird, too, because it's like we say, who's the best and all that, but, like, that's all subjective, because what do you consider the best?
Exactly.
That could be the best defender. That could be the person who does the most on the field.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I'm just going off of the facts, the numbers, what I'm seeing.
He's playing very, very, very well.
Very, very well. And I just think he's on his P's and Q's. He has it right now.
But the problem is, I still think Thomas Partey is the most important player in that team. So, sure. I mean, bro, did you see the strike that hit the post today, bro? Like, dude, Thomas Partey is just a guy, bro.
That strike was crazy.
And he scored 2 or 3 goals this season from outside the box. So,
but do you think it's because he's finally in the system now that he can just be himself, and it's not? Because I feel like he's comfortable. It doesn't look to me like he's just doing anything that's way better than everybody else. It's just like, I'm comfortable, bro. Yeah. I'm relaxed. I know that I'm good here, and the people that I'm with, they accept me, they trust me.
Yeah, I mean, I think you give credit to Arteta, right? Because what they were doing before is Xhaka was playing holding alongside Partey.
Yeah.
And now what Xhaka's doing is he's going a little bit further, closer to Odegaard. And it's kind of like allowing Partey to sort of be like the solo holding midfielder. And it's just really helped out his game.
Yeah.
So, overall, bro, like, you look at Arsenal, they're the best team in the league. They deserve to win the league at this point. But like I said with Man U, they're an injury away. They're Bukayo Saka out for 2 months, injury away.
Yeah.
They've already got Jesus down.
Yeah.
Imagine if Saliba goes down. Oh my God. Right?
Oh, if he goes down, that
but even then, you bring in Ben White, you put Tomiyasu on the right back, and maybe you're not too bad. So, yeah, I don't know. Overall, Arsenal deserve all the praise. Whatever criticisms we had about Arteta, you just throw them out the window. Whatever criticisms you had about any of their players, just throw them out the window, bro.
Yeah.
They deserve everything they're getting right now. And on top of all that, they're the most entertaining team in the league. So
they are. They are.
I hate that they won today, but I enjoyed the hell out of watching the game. It just is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Versus Tottenham, where I literally don't even want to see I don't want to see an image of them playing, let alone
I'm honestly done with Tottenham too.
Tottenham, I'm done. Chelsea's interesting because they keep buying players. Liverpool done. And this is what you said, right? You said the top 4 is the top 4. So Arsenal, City, Man U, Newcastle. Newcastle's the one. I think I agree with the first three. Newcastle's the one. Are Newcastle going to be consistent enough?
Well, I mean, from what we've seen, just quiet killers. They don't stop.
Yeah.
You know, they're doing their job. I wish they would have lost, but they got a late minute ago against Fulham.
Yep.
Right there behind us. We have a game in hand, but you know we're still tied with us. I think Newcastle's for real, bro. Like I said, I don't have anything negative about them.
Yeah.
They haven't shown me anything where I'm like, you know, like we're not overhyping them. They're right where they need to be.
I don't think they have the star power. I think sometimes in sports you just need that one star who's going to get you over the line. I just don't think they have that.
Yeah.
You know, let's be honest, guys. Almiron, sure, fantastic. Another player you could say is potentially the second best player in the league.
Yeah.
But it's Almiron, you know? Like, let's not get crazy. You know, Bruno Guimaraes, sure, I can say he's a star. Yeah. Everyone else in that team, bro, I think, you know, they're good, right?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Good goalkeeper, good back four, good midfield, good attack. Yeah. Everything's good with them, you know? And the only reason they're in a top four race is because Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham are useless this season.
Yeah. No, you're making solid points, bro. And correction, I do want to speak on this because I don't like being wrong, but my bad. It was 8 goals from Odegaard in the Premier League, not 9.
Oh, really?
But still, same amount of chances created. You know, same thing. But
and that's as a number 10, right?
As a number 10. Like, yeah. Is he the best goal scorer over there?
Yeah, he's got the most goals.
I was thinking about that. Like, I would maybe go Martinelli.
No, Martinelli's way too inconsistent. Way too inconsistent.
But goal scoring though, he's had some bangers over there. You know what I mean? Like Jesus, not really a goal scorer. He can chip him in, you know, little
Saka's probably the most consistent goal scorer.
I'm forgetting about him. Yeah. I am. That might be the best player, low key, if we're talking about.
But at the same time, it's so weird, bro. I think
that's how good they are right now.
Exactly.
They're in the city predicament. They are so good that like we're talking about so many players. It's like who is their best player?
Who is the best player? We don't know. Zinchenko today, very very good.
That's a former City guy. That's your boy. I was never big on him though.
I was never big on him either.
I thought he wasn't ready for City. That's all. But yeah, I mean Arsenal's looking good. I think they got the title secured. I think it's in the bag.
I don't. And the reason is, we have to stop with this whole like, what have you done for me lately attitude?
Yeah.
Because there's 20 games left. They're still in the Europa League. They're still in FA Cup until we play them next. So they're probably going to be knocked out of FA Cup, to be honest with you.
But you know what helps them out, though? They're not in the Champions League. So I think them being in the Europa League.
Well, they have to, you know, there's a question. Do they throw the Europa League? Because they do not have the players, bro.
I think you do. Because listen to me. If you don't get the Premier League right now, this whole season is a disappointment.
Thank you. If Arsenal do not win the league this season,
it's over.
It will be a massive missed opportunity, which is why they need to buy players in January. And there's 15 days left.
Bro, this was a wake-up call for Manchester City and Pep Guardiola, you know? They noticed that teams have caught up to them now.
Yeah.
In one particular, Arsenal, clearly number 1, and Man United.
Yep.
So I know what he's going to go do. He's going to go revamp.
Pep?
Yeah, figure out what he needs to do to really get his team back.
In January, we're not buying anyone, though. We're not buying anyone in January.
What about selling?
Actually, no, we did get that midfielder, right? The Argentinian guy?
Yeah, the young guy.
I don't think he's going to play, though. But
no, but that's not like something that's going to change.
Yeah. Oh, listen, next season, or like in the summer, I think, sure, we might revamp. I mean, what, we sell Mahrez, we buy Saka, potentially?
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Jude Bellingham's just like the most obvious fit possible, you know. Rodri, Kevin, Jude. It's so easy.
A part of me feels like Jude wants to stay in England too. I think he wants to come back.
It makes sense.
It makes sense, bro.
You
Would he go to City though?
Yeah. Why not? With Haaland, reunite. I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah, it is perfect.
It's perfect.
I don't want it.
If Jude listen, the reality is he's earned the right to pick his next team.
100%.
Spain, England, Italy, wherever, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's one of my favorite players, and you know, I don't have a lot of favorite players. Like, he's one of my favorite players, bro. I would love for him to come to Man City. Dude, imagine Saka on the right wing, Jude in the middle, Foden left wing. Ooh, Haaland up top.
This is not
because think about it, bro.
Ultimate Team.
It was City. It kind of is. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we'll take the oil money, bro. There was a joke about oil. Oh man, the commentators in England are crazy.
Yeah, they're different beasts.
I will say though, the reason why Jude's such a good fit is because Gundogan, his contract expires in the summer.
He's on his way out.
I think he's on his way out. As much as I liked him this season, Bernardo Silva's done. He's 100% going to Barcelona this summer.
Yeah.
He's wanted to go for the last 2 seasons. Who do you replace that other midfielder with, bro? Cole Palmer? Hell no.
Well, we know how you feel about Cole Palmer.
I used to love him.
You think he's too big head now? Think the money's got his
this
head,
guy is beyond cocky, bro.
And he's young still, bro. I say give him time. Let him settle in. I think there's still hope. I think you're a little too harsh.
I'll tell you why. I despise players that make selfish decisions consistently. I despise it. It's all about the team, bro. All about the team. So anytime I see a guy not pass, I mean, you saw what I was talking about with Foden early on in the season when he didn't pass to Haaland those few times.
Oh yeah, yep.
Despise it.
Yeah. One thing I will say about you're not you don't play favoritism.
No, I don't. Foden's one of my favorite players too.
Yeah.
But bro,
yeah,
pass the damn ball.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, but I'll say that to finish up, I got one more question for you. We're at the point of the season right now where I think teams have done enough to warrant some type of recognition.
Yep. And
in certain areas, a particular person, and I think we're at that point where the manager has shaped, where teams are headed.
Yeah.
And there's 3 in my opinion that have impacted this season, in ways that we just kind of shocked, and surprised.
We didn't foresee.
Right. And one of them is obviously my guy, the great Ten Hag.
Yep.
My bald brother. We have Eddie Howe from Newcastle.
Yeah. We saw it a little bit last season.
Yeah.
But this season has been impressive.
You got to give him credit.
Yeah.
And then I think the last one will be Marco Silva from Fulham. They are surprising and shocking people.
Incredible. Those are probably the 3.
And I want to cut you off. I was thinking of putting Arteta in that conversation.
As great as Arteta's been,
yeah,
he has to be number 4 because Fulham, you think they're going to be in potential relegation battle.
Yeah.
Ten Hag's, again, taking the worst Manchester United team in Premier League history to top 3.
Yep.
Comfortable. Top 4 comfortable. And then
Eddie
Howe. With a very, very limited transfer window. Very limited. Who'd they get? They got a defender.
Talking about from this one?
Yeah, they got a defender and a striker.
Right.
That's all they got.
Yeah.
And boom. Top 4. Crazy. So yeah, 100% agree. As great as Arteta's been.
Who are you going with? Who's your pick?
Like I said, bro, Ten Hag is the guy. Ten Hag is the guy. I know I'm a Man City guy, but you know me, bro. I'm not massive on Pep, bro. I'm not. Yeah. You don't get to have that good of a squad with very, very few injuries and be struggling against Everton, against Newcastle, against Crystal Palace, against Southampton. You don't get to do it.
Yeah. I think it's simple. It's Ten Hag.
It's Ten Hag.
Like you said, he's brought his team from the laughingstock to a contender and a competitor now.
Yep.
We're getting back in the Champions League from the looks of it. We're still contending in our major tournaments.
Yep. You're still in all 4 tournaments.
You feel me? Like, there's nothing negative to say.
You're the only team that's still in all 4 competitions.
Yes.
You're most likely going to win the Carabao. FA Cup, do you guys have... You guys don't have a bad... You guys are playing Reading. Yeah, you guys are chilling, bro. If you get past Barcelona, you're chilling.
And that is the one that's... There's 2 games. I'm sorry. There's 2 games that are still, like, I guess, the cherry, on top of the cake type of thing. The one against Barcelona because, that's Europa League. And
I believe it's a double leg.
It is. Yep. We play them like kind of back to back. It's pretty quick. So that one we all know, right? But then the one with Arsenal coming up, our next game in the Premier League.
Yeah.
That is
I think you guys play Crystal Palace and then
we play them earlier in the week and then Arsenal right after that. Right. It's Arsenal's first game. Next game.
Yes. Yes. I think that's going to be interesting, right? Because Arsenal got a full 7 days. I think you guys are going to be potentially tired if you guys go all out against Crystal Palace.
Is it at Old Trafford? Wasn't the last one at Arsenal?
I don't remember. I think so. I think it's Old Trafford. I think it was Old Trafford. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just curious to see how Arsenal's going to respond because I know what Ten Hag's going to do. Yeah. He's not going to change up anything. It's going to be the same type of ordeal. We're playing basically the same team, same type of style. Quick pace, win them with the ball really quick. A lot of good attackers.
Yeah, you guys are going to have 40% possession.
Yes. But it's going to come down to them not finishing their chances, and that's something that we were kind of skeptical with Arsenal. Do they have a certified number 9?
Eddie Nketiah.
So we shall see. I'm excited. I'm not going to proclaim anything. I'm just living in the moment, but I think it's gonna be a dogfight.
Well, the last game, to be honest, you could look at that game in one moment. Maybe the Odegaard foul.
Yeah,
that could have changed the game. I think Martinelli went to go and score, and it was considered a foul on Odegaard, and that could have been an easy Arsenal win. I think this is going to be the game of the season, bro. I really, really do. I can't call who's going to win. I think you'd be stupid to bet on that game.
Oh, yeah. It can go either way. I'll take a draw. That's what I'm hoping for.
I think it's one of those things where, if Arsenal win that game, but then they still have to play us twice.
Yeah, and exactly. That's huge. Because say we do beat Arsenal. Right?
Oh, now it's on.
Now it's
3-horse race.
Exactly. Now City's like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
This is what we need. So it's this game is going to determine a lot. Who's going to be involved in the title race? Who's going to say I'm done with it? Who's going to say I want it?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
I can't call the game. We'll have a couple podcasts before the game.
Yeah.
I can't call it.
No more predictions. We're gonna chill on this one right now. Yeah, we'll get a prediction later on, I guess. I think.
I think leading up, I'll get a prediction. But right now, just after seeing Arsenal dismantle Tottenham.
Oh my God, I have to tweet about it. Tottenham, I don't like watching you guys.
I would just like for them to quit the Premier League.
Yes, stop. You're wasting time.
You're wasting everybody's time, bro.
Compete in the Premier League. You guys shouldn't be there.
You know what? Sometimes I'm like, okay, we shouldn't talk bad about other people's teams, but I'm like, there's no Tottenham fans to rebuttal. You know what I mean? Because nobody, there's no fans.
They're not even talking to us.
Don't even care. Don't even watch it. There's literally no Tottenham fans watching. So, I say one thing about Nunes, all of Liverpool.
Oh man.
I say one thing about Raheem Sterling, all Chelsea.
One thing about Anthony,
all Man United. I say one thing about, I don't know, Brighton, all Brighton. There's no Tottenham fans to speak of, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Tottenham's done.
It's honestly, looking back at this podcast that we've just done, very, very surprising how good my mood is, bro. But like I said, I kind of accepted that we were going to lose that game. But it's just the way it happened. I'm just kind of done. I just want to forget that game and move on. But again, great job to you guys. That was probably the worst result that could have happened, right? Arsenal winning and us losing. But, yeah, bro. It makes everything exciting.
It does, bro. First season, and then years before that, I never got to experience this moment. It's it's been me with United. I told you, when I first became a fan for real, obviously I knew about Cristiano Ronaldo, but I wasn't a fan with the Rooney, Cristiano teams. I just wasn't that into
Scholes, Giggs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I knew who they were, but I didn't know for real. I really got into it when my boy RVP came over from Arsenal.
Yeah.
And we got a title that year. Yeah. One of his best years, 30 goals, and he was golden boot, all that shit. Crazy. Yeah. I'm like, damn, this is United. And then I like this. And then it was nope. Alex Ferguson gone. Yeah. You don't get none of that. And I was like, what? So this is new for me. I got a little bit of it, and now I'm kind of getting it again. We haven't won anything.
Yeah.
But
guys are close.
We're close, bro, and I love it. I know we're about to be there again. We're about to be great, and it's gonna be scary for the league.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Good podcast, Jay. Good episode for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Good talking to you. Glad you came over. Because I wasn't gonna turn on the virtual.
I know. I was like, I gotta go see my boy. Let me check in.
Yeah, a little therapy session.
It's a wellness check today. Make sure you're okay, man. No
That's
problem.
hilarious. Once again, before we leave, 500 followers on TikTok.
Crazy.
500. A lot of that's due to the psychopathic support of Manchester United fans coming to my boy's aid. But overall, man, we're 54 episodes in. We're gonna keep on going. It's very, very interesting to see this community build from day one, from the ground up. And yeah, keep communicating, keep sending your comments, and keep DMing us and everything, and we're just gonna keep going, man. So you can follow all of our content pretty much daily on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at The Best of Rivals. You can watch this entire podcast on YouTube at The Best of Rivals Podcast. You can also listen to this podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcast and everywhere else at The Best of Rivals Podcast. So for myself, Jay, congratulations this weekend. Hopefully you guys lose the rest of the season. For myself, from Jay, we are out.